10 celebrities who do not want to work with Margot Robbie. Number 10, Amy Schumer. Amy was the first option to play Barbie until Margot Robbie was finalized. No one truly knew the reasoning behind Schumer's exit from the project and the circumstances surrounding it. The actress has been quiet throughout the long term about why she left the film before it moved to Warner Bros. What's more, Greta Gerwig assumed control. Being one of the year's most anticipated projects, it highlights Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, Simu Liu, Emma Mackey, and that's just the beginning. In any case, it appears as though Schumer wasn't feeling life in a plastic dream house while fostering a past rendition of the impending, surprisingly realistic Barbie film. Prior, it was said that creative differences were the explanation that she opted out. In a meeting, the actress added more about the matter that the world had barely any familiarity with. Amy finally confirmed that it was more than just creative differences when she talked about leaving the project on Watch What Happens Live. They said I was too thin, the comedian joked when Andy Cohen asked why she truly left the undertaking. Some other time, when found out if she wanted to see it now, Amy answered, I can't wait to see the film, I think it looks marvelous. Before the project moved to Warner Bros., Schumer was developing the project at Sony as her own. She also agreed on asking if she felt that the first version wasn't feminist and cool. There's a new team behind it, and it looks like it's very feminist and cool, so I will be seeing this movie, said the actress. Back in Walk 2022, Amy flippantly discussed, she said that she had composed Barbie as an ambitious inventor and later her vision eventually didn't line up with the creation. On to number 9, Taylor Swift. Margot and Taylor have a mutual friend in Cara who actually lived with Swift for an entire summer per Variety. But this isn't their only connection. Swift's ex Joe Alwyn played Robbie's on-screen love interest in the 2018 movie Mary Queen of Scots. However, Robbie made a confession about the couple, telling Net A Porter, I didn't know they were together. Alwyn made his own assumption about Robbie during an appearance on Live with Kelly and Ryan. She underwent a dramatic transformation to portray Queen Elizabeth I in the period piece, and Alwyn said they spent an hour together in the same trailer without him realizing that the other actor getting her makeup applied was Robbie. Now, she may not exactly hate working with Margot, but who knows? Maybe seeing her lover at the time working alongside Margot got her a little jealous. What do you guys think? And number 8, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp fans believe the actor could soon return to the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise following a shocking announcement from Margot Robbie. Robbie was set to star in a spin-off Pirates film which was reportedly centered around a female-led storyline. The project was announced back in 2020 with the film script to be written by Birds of Prey screenwriter Christina Hodson. But Robbie has revealed that the project is now dead in the water. We had an idea and we were developing it for a while, ages ago, to have more of a female-led, not totally female-led, but just a different kind of story, Robbie told Vanity Fair. Robbie thought the new take on the Pirates universe would have been really cool, but the film was scrapped by Disney executives. I guess they didn't want to do it, she said of Disney. Although Disney has sunk Robbie's project, the Mouse House is yet to give up on the Pirates franchise entirely. Longtime Pirates of the Caribbean producer Jerry Bruckheimer revealed in May that there were actually 2 scripts in the works, one with Robbie and one without. However, the star of the project is yet to be announced. Meanwhile, reports have emerged that Depp is mulling a mammoth offer from Disney despite the studio having abruptly parted ways with him in 2018. Number 7, Kaley Cuoco. There's adequate space in Hollywood for 2 Harley Quinns, essentially as per Kaley Cuoco. Theory of the Universe's origin alum is closing down any bits of hearsay that she's at battle with Margot over their common DC comic books character. Kaley and Margot apparently were fighting since the two of them depict Harley Quinn, Kaley on the little screen for the HBO Max program Harley Quinn, and Margot on the big screen in Suicide Squad and Birds of the Prey. According to reports published in the Daily Mail, the well-known actresses refused to work together at Comic-Con because they did not like each other. Kaley went on to say, when Harley became kind of a big deal and then when Birds of Prey came out, there were all these stories that me and Margot Robbie were feuding, she explained. On to number 6, George Clooney. As for Robbie, the actress is also allegedly excited to team up with Clooney, but she didn't know why the actor had a sudden change of heart. Now, the Harley Quinn star has allegedly been made aware of the real reason why the actor has blacklisted her from working with him. Though no fault of her own, a silly on-set fight that happened when she was 8 years old has cut her out of one of Hollywood's most prestigious inner circles. She's not gonna let it worry her though. This movie with David and Christian could earn gongs to have her own prestigious inner circle. On to number 5, Cara Delevingne. If you can cast your mind back to September, you might recall that Margot found herself at the center of discussions online after a batch of photographs of her looking distressed made the rounds on social media. In the snaps, Margot is dressed casually and appears to be leaving a residence with a suitcase in hand, though fans were immediately concerned when it appeared that she was crying. Looking toward the ground with a serious expression, the Wolf of Wall Street star could be seen holding a hand over her scrunched up face, looking visibly despondent. To make matters even more intriguing, Page 6 was one of several outlets to report that the photos had been taken while Margot was leaving the home of Cara. You might remember when Cara made waves online after fans thought she looked a little uneasy while posing for photos on the Met Gala red carpet. And more recently, the supermodel was seen walking shoeless and smoking outside an airport in Cali. On the same occasion, she was filmed looking unusually frantic as she spoke on her phone before dropping it on the ground several times. So it was just days after this incident that Margot was seen looking teary-eyed after a supposed visit to the supermodel's home, sparking major worry that things could be awry. On to number 4, Jared Leto. With regards to the DC comic books' most cherished reprobate Joker, it's anything but a simple occupation for an entertainer to persuade the crowd that he squeezes into the job. Subsequent to having legends like Jack Nicholson, Cesar Romero, and Heath Ledger play the person, it wasn't precisely simple for Jared, and most would agree that he accepted the position truly. In 2016, the actor said that he was always so in character that he even gave his castmates sex toys. For those who are not familiar with comic books, the 2016 film Suicide Squad introduced the iconic Harley Quinn to the general public. The film was coordinated by David Ayer, and aside from Leto and Robbie, it highlighted entertainers like Will Smith, Joel Kinnaman, and Jay Courtney in key jobs. The film got mixed reactions from the crowd and furthermore had a sequel which hit the theaters in 2021. Back in 2016, the cast of Suicide Squad revealed a few amazing insights concerning the film during Media Connections, and one of them came from Margot Robbie, Will Smith, and Jared Leto himself. They referenced how Leto sent a few strange things to the castmates, and the rundown included some pretty disturbing things. Speaking to E! About why he did it, Jared Leto said the Joker is somebody who doesn't really respect things like personal space or boundaries. Implying that it was all a part of method acting, Jared Leto further added, "I did a lot of things to create a dynamic, to create an element of surprise, a spontaneity, and to really break down any kind of walls that may be there." The same report also suggested that he sent Margot Robbie a live rat and once had a body of a pig delivered to the sets. Speaking about how shocking it can get, Margot told the same media production, "There were many instances where I didn't know what to expect from Jared." On to number 3, Christopher Nolan. Christopher's Oppenheimer starring Cillian Murphy and Greta Gerwig's Barbie starring Margot are going for an all-out smackdown in the theaters this month. Both films are opposite extremes of each other, but it looks like fans are gonna have a joyride one after another. Comparing both films would be absolutely nonsensical except for one thing. Many of Nolan's films so far, such as Inception, Tenet, and The Dark Knight trilogy, are known to use minimalistic CGI as he likes being true to the scenes and to the audience. Oppenheimer follows the same ritual as the film, according to Nolan, has not even used a single bit of CGI to show explosion scenes. Along with the revelation, Greta Gerwig also made one of her own. As the much anticipated Barbie is about to dazzle her way onto the big screens this month, Gerwig has revealed to us that her film also doesn't use CGI for a particular scene because that would be terrifying. It is a scene when Margot is first shown as the titular character stepping out of her high-heeled slippers and showing her perfectly arched feet. Barbie, without going into the depths of the feminine aspects of her character, would have been a bland attempt at showcasing one of the most globally recognized dolls, but that has changed with Gerwig at the helm. It looks like Warner Bros. Studio does know how to navigate its way with such a fresh film. While Greta is not even close to the type of Christopher Nolan and the wizardry he conveys into his movies, she is en route to leaving an imprint in the entertainment world with her very first effort to make a true-to-life Barbie film. She got Ryan Gosling to play Ken. As indicated by Gerwig, Barbie has much more to say than only her feet. With a spending plan of $100 million, she has figured out how to accumulate serious areas of strength for a cast like Simu Liu, Will Ferrell, Emma Mackey, Nkuti Gatwa, and Issa Rae. Despite the fact that it seems to be Christopher Nolan has certainly outshone Gerwig, as the spending plan for his Oppenheimer additionally remains at $100 million. With comparative spending plans, Nolan's venture appears to have accomplished a ton with all the extraordinary blast scenes and getting the Hollywood Goliaths ready. It appears that only Nolan would have accomplished that. On to number 2, Will Smith. The Aussie actress and her Suicide Squad co-star Will Smith went on BBC Radio 1 to promote their movie and went head-to-head for a little game of playground insults while they were there. Taking turns making fun of the other, Robbie wasted no time going after Smith, saying his ears were big enough to be antennas that could pick up Wi-Fi from her mother's house in Australia. As Smith was about to respond, Robbie knew where he was going. "Don't talk about my mom," she says. "This is the problem. We know too much about each other," he continues, pointing out the decor on her wardrobe for his first insult. Or you could use your Finding Dory pins on your sweater to contact your mom through underwater telepathic ways. "You just want to say something inappropriate about my mom. I know you do," she follows up. And number 1, Margot refuses to date actors. The actress covers Marie Claire's March issue, and in the accompanying profile, she makes a bold statement about dating fellow actors. "I'm officially off the market," proclaims Robbie, who last dated assistant director Tom Ackerley. "I made a conscious decision not to date actors, but not because I hate actors. That's a nasty generalization to make, and that's not the case. People take such an interest in your love life when you have a profile that it puts a lot of stress on a relationship. So 2 people with profiles, I figure it's just double the amount of scrutiny, and I'd like to avoid that at all costs." That is all for today. Thank you for watching.